Hey guys, Downphoenix here, and things are about to get faster and more challenging because we've graduated to the 100cc races in Super Mario Kart. Again, I'm sticking with Toad, because Toad's the man as far as I'm concerned. You can play as whoever you want though, I just like Toad the best. So we're going to go ahead and start things off. And yeah, I'm playing on the emulator, but let's not fret too much on that, okay? Because I don't really have any way of capturing a Super Nintendo. But I do have this game legally, so if you want to complain about that, then go for it. But anyways, it's very apparent right from the get-go that these cars definitely accelerate faster than they did in the 50cc races. I mean, it makes sense. CCs, you know, that stands for cubic centimeters. You know, it's a common measurement used for engines and, you know, various things like that for cars. You know, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of the terminology for CC used before in relation to other racing type platforms. But I got lucky here and got the lightning bolt. But I want to time it right. I don't want to use it right now. I might possibly hit Princess, you know, with a run over, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm really speeding away here. I'm just going to go ahead and pass her. Why not? You know, I'm going faster than them, and I'll be able to really get a good lead. Bam! Yeah, I'm going to have a huge lead on them now. With how much slower they go, you know, because of being smaller. That's just how it is. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to dominate as much as possible. Princess was only about halfway across the track when I finished the lap, so they're finally bigger now. Everybody's back on there, so that makes a great early start for us in this race. Had some trouble on the second lap when I got ran over, of course, but not too big of a deal, you know. I actually had a bigger gap this time than I did in the 50cc races, thanks to the lightning bolt power-up, of course. So here we are back on round 2. We're on the grass and dirt course, you know, of course. A little bit more tricky to navigate than the, you know, standard asphalt courts, but they're not too bad usually. You know, the obstacles are not too much trouble here, with the exception of like the groundhogs and stuff, which they're not even in this course, as you might remember. We don't see them until later, like in the Flower Cup. So this is going to be pretty much a smooth sailing kind of track. The main obstacle, of course, right here is the bridge, and you really don't have to worry about that unless you use a feather to jump off the bridge. And then, of course, you can, of course, run off into the water if you're not careful right here, but you really have to be goofing up hard to go into the water. Maybe if you hit a magic mushroom right before you get there or something like that, but what would be the point of doing that? So, but, you know, I am having some difficulty maintaining my lead here, you know. I mean, Princess really, she's definitely a lot more challenging in the 100cc as opposed to the 50cc races. Totally makes sense, you know, it's a higher difficulty setting. I'm not complaining. Just something to point out there, and I spin out there for some reason. I don't know why. I've been able to turn like that before without spinning out, so guess it is what it is. Go ahead and mushroom through there. That honestly doesn't save you a whole lot of time. You know, I think it's really just better to just do that mushroom, you know, coming out of a turn going into a straightaway, like right there would have been a great time to do it. You know, I didn't really save any time, you know, going through the little gap in the grass, because, yeah, you go through straight, but at the same time, the grass slows you down, so it's not really the best way to do it. But it's the end of the race now. We got about a second or so off on Princess, so not a bad performance overall. And as I mentioned before, I am the master of Mario Kart. I think I might have said something about it, in case you don't recall. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next track for the Ghost House course. Fun little fact, this is actually one of my favorite tracks in this entire game. I just really like how simple it is. And yet at the same time, if you get a feather power up, you can totally jump across on that bridge. And that's a really great way to get some solid times on this track. But it's a very simple track. I'm not really going to need to do that. The CPU is going to do a better job with keeping up this time, but they're still going to be a couple seconds behind at least. You know, I'm really plowing through on this track here. And it's awesome that you can go so fast on the 100 cc's, because even though I don't have like all the coins, I'm probably only going to get about half the coins that I did the first time I played in the 50 cc's at the same time. I'm easily going faster still, you know, so it makes doing these turns, you know, a little more fulfilling, you know, it's a little more challenging to do. And so I really appreciate that, definitely. And got Bowser, of course. Or did I? Yeah, I guess I must have. I don't know who else I would have got there. Don't know how he managed to shoot that power up off though while he was getting hit with mine, but it is what it is, you know. So I easily got about probably 6 seconds or so from Princess. Maybe 7 or 8. I don't know. I'm not the best at judging time, obviously, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is I rocked that course pretty good. Yeah, about 6 seconds. 6.5 seconds, what I maxed her on. And so now we're going to go ahead and go to the Bowser Castle course, which, yeah, we all love the Bowser Castle courses. Remember, the CPU definitely struggled more in the 50cc races, but you'll notice that they're going to be a lot closer to us this time. I mean, I'm still probably going to win without any trouble, but it's not going to be the huge 15+ second gaps that I was getting before. Probably be a few seconds this time. So yeah, just navigating through these turns. Like I said, this course is really simple. You know, I mean, it's just, I guess one of the main annoyances with it is the walls. You know, they can slow you down. And of course, you have the feather, and you can really goof up and fall into the lava. But otherwise, yeah, it's not going to be too much of a problem. But, you know, like, I mean, even though the CPU is doing better, they're not doing, like, a whole lot better. You know, I'm still maintaining a pretty good distance from Princess at this point. You know, I still got a few seconds ahead of them without a problem. But, you know, little goof ups like that, it's going to cost me a couple seconds. So, like I said, you just got to kind of pace yourself, you know. You definitely got to be fast, but at the same time, you just need to pace yourself and, you know, think that this is not a race, even though it is a race. And you don't want your CPU opponents to think that you're thinking that it's not a race, because then they can completely dominate you. So you gotta still have them think that you're racing. But you don't need to race yourself. You don't actually need to race. You just need to make them think you're racing. Does that make any sense? I mean, hopefully that's a little profound nugget of wisdom that you guys might be able to apply in the real world, or at least your Mario Kart racing skills. And okay, that's one possible way to fall into the lava. It doesn't matter though. I've got an easy 7-second gap on Princess, so I'm not too concerned about it. You know, it's pretty awesome. But you know, Princess does manage to get a better time here in the 100ccs than I did in the 50ccs, so that's something I can kind of credit them with. I remember I had about 2 minutes, I think, with the 50ccs, and you know, they had about 1:56, so they did do a little bit better. They would have beat me if I was in a 50cc kart versus 100ccs. Now here's the final race, and I'm of course winning and everything like that, but I kind of goof up a couple of times, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip to those moments real quick, and then we'll get to the actual final race. Oh yeah, I'm totally dominating him now. I've got this one in the bag. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. You cannot catch up to me, Princess. Whew, that was close. Jeez. Okay. Alright, so I just gotta jump this and make the turn, and wait, why is my car not turning? What happened there? What happened? Dang freaking D-pad on the 360 controller? Well, let's do this again. Oh gosh, she's right behind me. You've got to kind of stay over to the side so that they won't run you over. And, jeez, about time freaking, it seemed like I was on like that for almost a whole lap. So this is my chance to, you know, get out in front of you, Princess, you know, just completely, oh, no. Okay, I think maybe we can still win this. No, we're not gonna do with that. We're just gonna restart it again. Here we go. Okay, I'm back now. I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm not doing the rage quit thing. I'm just gonna do this. 8th place. We're gonna end it 1st place. No problems. I assure you. We're not going to fall for their traps anymore. We're gonna get this. So we're just gonna start off with a green turtle shell, because why not? You know, I mean, it's not the most useless power-up, but it could be better, like if I use it properly, for example. Well, I guess second lap we're gonna be 8th place on that lap too. So here we go. All right, so I got freaking Luigi's really on my butt. We'll take out Bowser because I don't really like him. I don't know why. I mean, his power-up's really not that annoying. I just hate how whenever he shoots off his little fireball, it kind of moves back and forth a bit. It doesn't just stay in one spot. And that's really annoying, you know? I mean, it's, like I said, it's not the worst power-up. Princesses, I really hate princesses. It might just be because I'm a Toad racer, and I have to deal with Princess's power-ups, you know, her power-ups a lot, but they really are annoying, like, seriously. Oh, that really screwed up Mario. That's a little pro tip for anybody that is doing this race. If you want to really screw somebody up, hit them right before they get to that jump off. So whenever they jump off, they don't actually jump over, so they have to race around that whole thing again. That's what Mario had to do. So Mario is currently in 7th place because of my what I did to him. He really got screwed up bad, and he normally is around 3rd or 4th place or something like that. So, you know, he really got his. But here we go. Bam! That's how you get the big jump. Sorry, Princess, not this time. We're not going to another castle. You're just gonna have to deal with 2nd place. That's all I gotta say. I'm not here to save you. I'm just here to outrace you. So, that was a demonstration of Mario Kart's skill. And as you see, Toad is up there on the 1st place podium with his bottle of champagne, and he's gonna shoot down that giant fish with this champagne, and then a giant vine is gonna come out of the champagne. I don't know where that came from, but that means I basically won and I'm awesome. So, if you like what you see, like, favorite, comment, sub, Downphoenix out.